Verse 10, so the people asked him, saying then, what shall we do? Here are people, I would argue, who are educated. Here were people that were soldiers. Here were people that were regular people coming and asking this preacher, what shall we do? In the coming verses, we'll see that 3 separate groups approached John and asked him this question. The crowd, tax collectors, and soldiers. In verse 11, he answered and said to them, he who has 2 tunics, let him give one to who has none, and he who has food, let him do likewise. John says, share, brothers and sisters. He says, we got to share the things that God has given us. We got to share what God has done for you. Share with those who don't have anything. Here you are with a closet full of clothes. I'm going to get back in that one day. I'm going to hold on to this. I just know I'm going to get back in that. Nah, I'm not giving that away. 3 years pass by, that same outfit, sitting there saying to yourself, I'm going to get in that one day. Here you are with a closet full of shoes. Here you are with all these things. Here you are with cars. Here you are with all the things that people need. And here you are hoarding the things that God has blessed you to give. You've got stuff in your closet that you know you need to give away that you're not going to miss because God has blessed you to go out and get whatever it is that you want. So every time you go out and get something new, that old thing just gets pushed further and further behind. John says we have to share. See, that's why this church here at Del Aire is so blessed. That's why this church is so blessed. The reason this church is blessed and the reason it's always going to be blessed because this is a giving church. There are churches that are bigger. There are churches that are packed to the brims on Sunday morning. There are churches that have all kinds of money, but there are no other church that I know of in town that does more giving than this church. You can't beat God giving no matter how hard you try. The more we give, the more that we will receive. Luke chapter 6, verse 38, it says, give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that you give out, the same measure will be given back to you. The custom was to have 2 tunics. And it was said that people had one for the outer garment and one for the inner garment. 2 tunics were not even necessary. John says, give one away. Well, what do you have that you can give away? Do you have knowledge that you're holding on to? Do you have a skill set that you're holding on to? You have gifts that you're holding on to. Some of you have recipes in your heart and your spirit that were passed down from generation to generation that you haven't shared your recipes with. No, ain't nobody going to learn how to make this pie but me. I'm going to be the only one that know how to make mama's mac and cheese. She told me and I'm not sharing it with it. No, nobody's going to learn this but me. The Lord called you home. There goes mama's pie recipe. There goes mama's mac and cheese recipe. There goes the green. We got to share the gifts and the talents that God has given to us. In verse 12 and 13, it says, then the tax collectors came. And we know we don't like no tax collectors.